All right, today we're going to be doing a full day edit. First thing I do after I get my sequences together, let's see. So I'll have my folder. Don't pay attention to the Adobe stuff or the music and these files. But normally these files is what you would normally start off with. I've already dumped everything from the ceremony into Pluralize and created a ceremony XML file. Same thing with the reception. Okay, so I won't actually drop these folders in because when you drop the ceremony XML into Adobe, it will import all of this anyway. Same thing with the reception. I dumped all of this into Pluralize along with the reception audio. Okay, so I would just put, let's see here, all of this in there. Let's unhighlight the reception and the ceremony. So that should be everything. Drop it into Adobe. We're going up on a minute here. All right, so now we have all the files in here, and so from this point it's really up to you how you want to do it. And I normally start with the ceremony, then the reception, and then lay everything out in a full day timeline. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, let's go to the ceremony folder. Notice you'll see it'll have camera 1 and track 2, which is camera 2, and then the synced sequence. So normally I will rename this ceremony. And so I'm going to edit this and let's see. I'll look at the camera ahead of time, see what's going on, look for a good point. Now, I will say that if you have a really slower computer, this will be almost a nightmare. It'll be freezing. You'll have to start and stop. I just updated from an i5 processor to an i7, and it's like butter now. I can watch these and edit in live real time. Before that, I couldn't. So we'll just wait. So most shooters, after this point, they will quickly slide the camera to the back. So at that point, I'll be ready to switch to another camera. As you can see, there's a bunch of funky stuff going on right here. You don't want that in your video. It sucks to be looking at this wide overshot of nothing though, but that's how the ceremony happened. So ideally, if you had a third shooter, or I mean another camera, a third camera on the other side, you'd have some more to cut away. And this is, it's a good thing to watch so that your second shooter would know, hey, if there's nothing going on, if you're still waiting for people to come down the aisle, don't just focus on the middle part right here. Like catch some of the people, catch some, people talking, reactions, anything. If you don't like all of this extra space, you can't always just cut it after you get this all broken down into its watchable sequence, which I'll probably end up cutting a lot of this because no one wants to just sit there and watch this, at least until the ceremony gets started. Okay, you can always stop it and scrub through it. Okay, so we missed him come to the front. Okay, so looks like right about now is when the groom came to the front and waited for the wedding party. So what I will do is, and I don't normally do this, but man, this was like 4 minutes. No one wants to watch that. Okay, after, I'm guessing that's his mom. After he walks his mom down, and I made that cut right here, nothing happened. So select all of that, right click, hit ripple delete, and it will move everything forward. Ripple delete is really, really good. Okay, so let's start back here. The wedding party is getting ready. Let's see, he's walking. So I think let's start with this camera. That way we can see him walking. And I'm already looking at this camera. And ready for when they start walking, I can switch to the edit. Now both of these cameras look like they're exposed the same, saturation, everything is the same. Normally they're not, and I have to go in and tweak the clips before you nest them to make them match the other cameras. But I didn't have to do that, otherwise there'll be an extra step as well. And that's the important part, so we'll keep that close up. And as they walk down, we'll switch there. And we can stop it and scrub through. The wedding party leaves. Now, usually after that, no one cares to stick around and watch everyone else leave. So from that point, you can stop it. And that's the entire ceremony.